Today we're going to talk about shoes. What kind of shoes and boots do I wear? Shoes, like everybody wears them unless you're a hippie, and then everybody wants to know what's the best pair. And at the end of the day, it really is going to vary depending on the size of you, your foot shape, how you walk, like all these different things. But I can show you what I wear and what I have found that I really like. They are not going to be the best for everybody, but they're the best for me that I've found up to this point. So let's start right now what I actually have on my feet, and that is summertime. It's hot, I'm moving around a lot, or any time of the year when I'm going to be traveling a lot of distance, i.e. like a hiking type scenario. So these are Salomon Speedcross 4 sneakers. Now honestly, the reason that I wear these is a while ago I was really into trail running. So I'd go out, and rather than hitting the concrete, I would go to a park or I would come to my property and just run on dirt trails all the time. And this is a trail running shoe. The bottom is very aggressive. It's almost like a cleat. It's all rubber though. It's like a softer rubber, but it gives you really good traction. These things hold up really well. They're lightweight and they're super comfortable. So in the summertime when it's hot, I can wear a really nice light sock with this, and I don't feel like I have something big and heavy on my foot, and it doesn't really cause my foot to sweat all that much. Now there's all different versions of these. The biggest complaint that most people have with the traditional version is that it's a very narrow foot box up here, okay? So if you have a bigger foot, you want to get the wide version of these. The other thing that I would highly recommend if you're thinking, hey, this sneaker might be something I want to get into and try out, they make a Gore-Tex version of this. Do not get that. The reason why is because if you're going in water, so summertime, I think nothing of just going through a stream with these things. They dry out really quick and things like that. But the Gore-Tex, of course, is gonna stop water from going in. But if you step deep and the water goes in here, it's not gonna come out, okay? So it traps the water inside. So I have found through personal experience that just the normal shoe, okay, the normal Speedcross works way better for what we do out here. Even in the mornings when fields are wet and the ground's wet, if your foot gets a little bit damp, it literally still dries out so quick with these things. So this is like my summer distance type go-to shoe. This is what I wear a lot. And you could tell by how beat up they are. Okay, now this is gonna surprise some people. Year-round boot for me is my Bean boot. These are LL Bean. You can see they need some oil on them, but the traditional LL Bean boot. Now, this comes in different lengths. I'm a tall guy. This is the 12-inch length. The normal ones are 8 or 10. They're just a little bit too small on me, and then they make this really high one that looks like you're from the movie Pretty Woman, so I don't like those. But here's the thing with these. So you do get the waterproof part of this right here, okay? You get the higher part of your boot right there. So like self-explanatory, yes, I know, but it's giving you that high boot feel, okay? What it's not giving you is boot support. So there's not a lot of support in these things. LL Bean says themselves that it is very much like a moccasin, and you need to learn to walk in it because the bottom's just rubber, okay, with the heel, and it's very soft. So when you first start walking in these things, it feels like your foot's sliding all over the place and you're twisting and turning. But after using them for a little bit, man, they have really become one of my favorite shoes. Now, the biggest downfall in hot weather with this is that because they're rubber, you're gonna sweat in them, okay? But if you're not moving around too hard and you're taking it easy, I wear these all the time in the summer. And the best part of this, again, now go back to the Speedcross, what we were talking about, those fields when they're really wet from dew in the morning or a rainstorm, this is gonna keep your foot dry. So as long as you don't overwork yourself and start sweating, I have not had a lot of problems with tremendous sweat in this just from heat. Now, from working all day in these things, you are gonna have some dampness. They dry out really easily at night. They have a gusset, so a lot of your debris and stuff doesn't go down inside. I've been up to about here in water in these things already and haven't had any leakage on the inside. And they look super traditional, because they are. and I have like 3 pairs of these. So I wear these things pretty much all year around. The thing with the bean boot is that the ones I buy have no liner in them. So there's no sheep's wool, there's no wool, there's no Thinsulate, whatever that crazy stuff's called. They're just plain. So I have different pairs of these. I have a really big pair that I put multiple pairs of socks on, usually 2 pairs of heavy duty wool socks for the dead of the winter, and then I put on my bean boot. Summer months, a lighter sock. Fall time when it's cooler, a heavier wool sock. So I built a system around this. That way I don't have to have this boot that I'm just dying in, that I can't wear in all different seasons. I can, because I'm just changing my socks out to really adjust it to what I want. And then lastly is my Red Wing Iron Ranger boots. So this is like my work boot. This is what I wear when I'm foraging, when I am doing just like harder, heavy duty work here around the school property. I even wear them out sometimes, although my wife's not too happy about that because they are absolutely beat up like you can't even imagine. But I feel like that just adds so much character. They're just heavy leather, okay? There's no lining or anything to them, so just heavy duty leather, heavy sole on them, Red Wing lifetime warranty, so really, really good heavy work boots. The thing is with these is at first, again, how we had to learn to walk in these hurt your feet a little bit when you first start wearing them because the leather's so stiff. But as they break in, they somewhat mold to your foot and they become super, super comfortable. And then just like that, I have all my footwear covered for everybody, so you know what I'm wearing. My Salomon Speed Cross, my Red Wing Iron Rangers, and then my 12-inch bean boots. So all seasons, all applications, I got it all covered. Now, there's a million types of shoes out there, of course, and I know somebody's out there just chewing their fingers off their hands because I didn't say the shoes that they wear, but that's okay. Listen, we all have different styles of feet and different walking styles and different preferences with things. This is just what I have found over the years that I really, really like the best. Plus, with these 2 styles, they are super traditional looking. So when I'm at camp and I have all my oilcloth and my wool and things like that on, and I have these boots on, it fits the scheme of things. But if I want to go more modern than this, so hunting, running, walking through the woods on a summer evening, all that good stuff, it's one of these things. So if you have any other questions about any of these boots, let me know. But they're the 3 things I wear. You're not going to catch me in the woods with anything else on, and I love them. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this answered some questions around the footwear that I wear, when I wear it, why I wear it, and I think that's it. Stay in the woods with some shoes on. Don't be a hippie.